You are listening to the Carolina Catholic Media Network Sacred Heart Share-A-Thon. Operators are standing by right now to take your tax-deductible pledge. Call 1-800-857-2909. That's 1-800-857-2909. Or donate online at carolinacatholicmedia.org.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Carolina Catholic Media Network Share-A-Thon here. We are live on the air for our 10 o'clock hour, and I want to remind you that this hour is sponsored by McEwen-Derrida Chapel. And they have been serving Charlotte for over 52 years and serve our families with the highest quality funeral and cremation services available. They are experts at planning meaningful and memorable personalized funeral celebrations, from food to flowers to music to mementos. They design and customize funeral and memorial services that beautifully capture the essence of you or your loved one and are a special tribute to the person being remembered. Our flexible reception space and professional expertise adapt to make almost any final wish come true. So check out McEwen-Derrida Chapel, very easily, McEwen-DerridaChapel.com. Right now, though, I'm blessed to be joined. Let me pull up his two-shot so I can grab that. And little technical difficulty here, folks. There we are. I am blessed to be joined by Steve Swayne, and he is the director of the St. Francis Springs Retreat Center. So, Steve, welcome to the Share-A-Thon. Thank you so much for being with us here and sharing with us about the St. Francis Springs Retreat Center.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about where it is and how people and what you guys are doing?
Sure. So St. Francis Springs is located about 30 minutes north of Greensboro in a small little town called Stoneville. And the center is on 140 acres. It has 32 beautiful rooms that are kind of captured in several different buildings. We can sleep up to about 70 people. And the design of the center, for maybe 60 years, a priest by the name of Father Louis Canino, he had this vision from God that people just needed a place to get away and rest, to see God's beauty, and to experience just the ability to listen to him. And he was serving a homeless shelter up in Boston back in the 1980s, and thought that this center would end up somewhere outside of Boston. But his provincial asked him to move down to Greensboro. And so as a Franciscan, as many of you know, he took the vow of obedience as one of his vows. And so he moved down to Greensboro and started serving the poor in Greensboro from basically like 1980 to 1995. And over that process, just met hundreds and hundreds of people still wanting deeply to build a center like this. And he then decided that it was time. And so he sent out a letter to 412 people, and every one of them responded overwhelmingly yes, that something like this should come into being. And so he started driving around, and in 2001 came upon this property and walked it, and actually held a first mass on the property, and ended up buying the property back then. And that's how it kind of all came into existence. He then spent 15 years of his life just building this incredibly beautiful space.
Wow, that's absolutely beautiful, Steve. And so what type of events do you hold there? I mean, obviously you've got room for 70 people roughly, which is beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the kind of events and that you hold, and of course retreats that you hold there.
Yeah, So, it was built as an ecumenical center. Father Louis just deeply believed that he wanted Catholics, Protestants, and um, non-faith providing people to come and get away, and to just be silent and to rest. And so in that, over the years, and the center is now 17 years old, we now have about 130 groups that regularly use the center on an annual basis. And we have about 1,200 individual retreat guests that come at least once a year. And uh, people come for a variety of reasons. We have churches that use it. We have small groups that use it. We have a lot of priests and pastors who use it, just both from a way to listen to God, but also to potentially write sermons or homilies. We have a lot of writers that use it, lots of artists. It just kind of goes all over the place. We have for-profit entities that use it, like Moses Cone Health Center. It really kind of spans the gamut. People can come spend the night. They can come for the day and just do a day retreat. It's pretty convenient when you think about it. It's 30 minutes from Greensboro. It's an hour from Durham. It's an hour and 45 minutes from Raleigh. It's a couple hours to Charlotte and Roanoke. Louis did an incredible job of just placing a center around a lot of urban hubs that a lot of people could pretty easily access to get here, if that makes sense.
It does. It does, Steve. And what a beautiful mission to have an ecumenical place to come and to be able to be in communion on some level, and be able to offer that to across the world. It's kind of a universal call of the church, right? That universal
That's
call
right.
of even St. Francis, right? So that's beautiful.
It is, and I would just say to that, Father Louis' heart, and I think the heart of a lot of people who built this place, was to see it as a place of reconciliation.
Mm.
So there's deep reconciliation that has gone on in this place over 17 years. And when you think about the divisiveness that we see in the world, this place for me has given me hope that there are places where people who disagree with one another can actually come together and learn from each other, and even if they still disagree with each other, they can learn to love each other and care about each other.
Yeah, that's so crucial in today's society and world. And so thank you for your mission. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking some time today to share with our listeners. If they wanted to learn more about how to get involved or get with you and book a retreat, how would they do that?
Yeah, the easiest way is just to go to our website, which is www.stfrancissprings.com, and all of the information on both booking a retreat and just kind of what the center provides people is all on the website, and people can go there.
Wow, absolutely wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Steve, and pleasure having you today. God bless you, and God bless all the work you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah, Bill. Thanks so much for having me on.
Absolutely. Well, folks, I want to remind you that this hour is sponsored by the McEwen Derrida Chapel. It is dedicated to helping you celebrate the life of a loved one. All their services are designed to help families through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life. As funeral experts, they have the knowledge and knowledge necessary to ensure that your family services are carried out seamlessly and with the utmost respect. For more information about their service options and to check obituaries or to order flowers, you can visit their website at McEwenDerridaChapel.com. Once again, thank you to Steve Swayne for joining us for the St. Francis Springs Retreat Center. We're going to get set up for grandparents next, joining us from Rome. The Grandparents Association joining us from Rome next. So that's going to be quite fun. So let's take a short break. We'll get set up, and we'll be right back.
You are listening to the Carolina Catholic Media Network Sacred Heart Share-A-Thon. Operators are standing by right now to take your tax-deductible pledge. Call 1-800-857-2909. That's 1-800-857-2909. Or donate online at carolinacatholicmedia.org. We now rejoin network programming already in progress.